Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome to Mangg's Variety Stream, where I like to do all sorts of different things from week to week, whatever I feel like, you know. It can be anything. It can be anything. It could be a video game, or it could be even a board game. This is obviously a bit of both, but mostly in the board game realm. So technically what we're playing is Tabletop Simulator, which is a program, I guess, you can buy on Steam and stuff, that lets you simulate a great number of different board games or tabletop games or all sorts of stuff like that. It's been around for years now. It's been getting better and better and better, and the workshop on Steam is filled with all sorts of mods for popular board games, such as this one. The one we'll be playing today is Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. Arkham Horror 1st Edition came out ages ago in like the 90s or something like that. A long time ago. Long before you or I were born. Arkham Horror 2nd Edition came out in the, I want to say 2000s, maybe late 2000s. And I would say Arkham Horror 2nd Edition was really the game that got me into board gaming as a hobby. Before that, all I had really played of modern board gaming was like Settlers of Catan. So it was a big jump up in like complexity and depth and just craziness. And we played a lot of Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, and we made all sorts of custom characters for it, and it was a big deal. Years went by, and I started to fade away a bit from board gaming. But they came out with this, the 3rd edition of Arkham Horror, because the 2nd edition was known for being really bloated and kind of clunky by modern standards. Didn't quite hold up as well, and you know, it was mostly surpassed by Eldritch Horror, which is still a good game. So Eldritch Horror focuses on sort of the entire world as like a global conflict of dealing with the Ancient Ones coming back, which makes sense. I mean, if Cthulhu shows up, that's sort of the world's problem. Arkham Horror, though, is all about just Arkham as a town and how strange and unusual it is, and all these Lovecraftian happenings. And yeah, you know, you're also dealing with the, you know, these outer gods and stuff that can show up, which often can result in the end of the world, but everything is centered in Arkham, so it's a much more sort of tightly focused game. Similar concepts, though. So, yeah, I don't own Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, but I've thought about purchasing it. I've played it on here a couple times. A few times. A couple times solo, one time with some people. So I know how to play. We're gonna just go through a scenario solo with 2 characters, not just 1 character. So I'll be controlling 2 characters, and we'll just see how it goes. I don't know how long it'll take. But that's okay, because I almost didn't start up the stream tonight because I am tired and I still have work to do, so it is what it is. But yeah, all right, so let's we'll just do like the very basic starting one here. Approach of Azathoth. So Nowadays, with Tabletop Simulator, with the good mods, it's all scripted. So there you press 2 buttons, and it's mostly just set up for you, ready to go. Alright, so this is our scenario, the approach of Azathoth. At the center of infinity slumbers Azathoth, lulled to sleep by the ceaseless piping of accursed flutes. Yet some mortals would seek to draw the infinite power and calamity of the blind idiot god to them, and thereby doom all of humanity. Okay, and so there you can see, like, basically what it did. That's how the setup looks, that's what we have. Deja vu. The day dawns the color of hammered lead, with a stillness and chill that settles over the gabled roofs of Arkham and lingers. As you go through your morning routine, you cannot shake the feeling of having done it before. The same breakfast, the same headlines in the newspaper warning of disappearances and odd goings-on, and a note in your handwriting reading, "The Demon Sultan approaches. Meet at the train station." People walk with their heads down, shoulders hunched. With each new oddity, it becomes harder to pretend that nothing is wrong. But the vanishings, the strange lights, the sightings of inhuman creatures, they are not something that can be ignored. At least, not for long. So this is called the... I don't have my cursor. Let me turn my cursor on. That might end up being useful. So this area here is called the Codex. It comes from this giant deck of cards, 120 cards in there. These cards contain like all the story elements of the scenario we're going through. So, like here, this one says, when there are 3 or more clues on the scenario sheet, add card 4 to the Codex. So then we'll find card 4, we'll read that, and that will progress the story. So, yeah, you always have an objective. In second edition, the objectives were always the same. There weren't like different scenarios, really. There were different ancient ones that sort of modified things a little bit, but yeah, this is more modern, I would say. So we have headline cards here that I need to draw 13 of. So these are our 13 headline cards. We can shuffle all this. We can shuffle all this stuff. There we go. Let's see here. I think you draw 3 of these for some additional doom? Or no, these are the starting clues. Right, so we've got a clue starting in Rivertown here. Clue in Northside here, and a clue in downtown here. Clues are very important. Obviously, like I said, when there are 3 or more clues on the scenario sheet, add card 4 to the Codex. So our objective at the start is to obtain clues. So we'll be doing that by going around Arkham to these different sections and having events in the hope of finding a clue to help us solve the great mystery. So, these decks of cards here correspond to events in those neighborhoods. So, if you end your turn in the Easttown section, you're going to have an Easttown card event. Okay? These 3 cards, these correspond to where we put the clues. So, we're going to take this Rivertown card, take 2 other Rivertown cards, shuffle them up, and put it on top. So if we go to Rivertown, there's a 1 in 3 chance of having a clue encounter, which will have a chance of giving us the clue. So if you spend enough time in the section with the clue, eventually you're likely to get the clue, but you know, you never know. So then we'll do the same thing for Northside. You know, some people don't like Tabletop Simulator because they struggle with the controls, but once you get the controls down, it's really just a lot faster for most things. Okay, so we did that. We didn't pick our characters yet, so we should do that. Here are the base game characters, I think, and then these are expansion characters. Or alternatively, homebrew characters. Sometimes mod developers will just throw in homebrew stuff as well. I don't think this is homebrew. I do like, you know, my favorite Cthulhu game is the Arkham Horror card game. That's a fantastic game. So usually in that game I like to play as Ashcan Pete, so I'm tempted to grab him. After you perform a gather resources action, you may gain an item worth $2 or less from the display. Okay. Okay, so he gets Duke, his dog. +1 strength as part of an attack action. Okay, lets him trade. Then he gets one of the other 3. So since I'm playing solo, I have 2 characters. I want one to be a bit more geared towards combat, one a bit more geared towards investigation, observation. So every character has a maximum health value, maximum sanity value. They have their own special ability here, and then they have skill values. So lower influence, observation, strength, and will. This basically determines if you do that skill check, that's how many dice you roll. And you need 5s or 6s on the d6s in order to succeed. So 1 die is not a grace, so she's not great at influence. Very observant though, and good lore. So she could be a spellcaster. Yeah, sort of a general clue finder, I guess. Before or after you perform an additional action as part of an evade action, you may move up to 2 spaces for free. He really gets the hell out of Dodge. Okay, it's a possibility. Now, obviously, there are some characters that are very clearly geared towards combat, like Michael McGlenn, the mobster. 4 strength, 8 health. After you defeat a monster as part of an attack action, you recover 1 sanity or focus 1 skill of your choice. So he is just there to slaughter. He gets a fucking Chicago typewriter, which gives him +4 strength as part of an attack. So, yeah, he's rolling 8 dice when he's fighting. I mean, this guy will rip and tear. So that's kind of an interesting combo. The mobster and the urchin saving the world. The other thing you can do, I guess, is take 2 very balanced characters. Like, Calvin Wright. You know, he's got 3, 3, 3, 3, 1. It's fairly balanced. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely want a character with higher observation, but it doesn't necessarily have to be 4. Eight's pretty good. Yeah, Kate's pretty good. All right, let's go with Kate. So, all right, she gets the research notes and then either the flux stabilizer or the replicable findings. Research notes, once per round, when you would reroll a die, you may add 1 to the result of that die instead. Okay. It's not incredibly useful on its own, because you need another thing to give the die reroll. I think we'll go with Flux Stabilizer. Once per round, when a Doom or non-epic monster would be placed in your neighborhood, you may discard it instead. That's pretty good. So let's snag all this stuff and drag it down. All right, and Michael gets the typewriter. He could basically just drive his car into monsters. No, we'll go with this. O'Banion member. So you can test strength to get money, essentially. Alright, and he starts with $3. She starts with $2. And that is good. That is good. Okay. I gotta double check the rules again just to make sure. I know I'm missing something. Spread doom once, yeah. Okay. Do I usually stream at this hour? Only on Wednesdays. It is usually at this time on Wednesdays, but yeah, other streams I do are like Sunday afternoons, Saturday nights with my brother, but yeah, I don't stream too often. But this stream is well, no, yeah, I guess it's Thursday, isn't it? So yeah, it's usually Wednesdays at this time. It's just I'm so busy with exploring stuff. I had to bump it to today. Okay. So for that, why is this one so big? Yeah, okay. So Doom is bad. Doom will accumulate as we play. Enemies will generate it, events will generate it. It's gonna crop up. And so the problem with Doom is basically due to this card here. When a space has 3 Doom or a neighborhood has a total of 5 Doom, place an anomaly in that neighborhood. And so when you would have an encounter in a neighborhood, if it has an anomaly, you do an anomaly encounter instead, which is generally just bad news. Yeah, my streams are a rarity, but the videos are always saved to the channel for people that want to watch it later. So okay, and we are starting at the train station. So both our characters are gonna get dumped in the train station. And with that, I think we're ready to go. So, turns consist of 4 phases. Action phase, each of my characters will have 2 actions, and there's a list of all the actions here. Mainly just like moving, attacking stuff. That's mainly what you're going to be doing, is moving, attacking, maybe like trying to get some money or things like that. So yeah, we're going to be cleaning up the board, removing enemies. You can remove Doom, which is good. 2 actions each, but you can only perform each action once, so you can't move twice, or you can't attack twice. Then the monster phase happens, so monsters will move, they'll attack you, some of them will just generate Doom, like they're just shitting it out. Then the encounter phase, so if you are not engaged with a monster, then if you are not like fighting a monster or it's next to you, you get an encounter for your neighborhood. Then finally the mythos phase, where we draw some stuff and bad things happen. So let's do it. Do I ever get annoyed that I am essentially known as the SCP guy and not really known for my other content? Well, I mean, that depends. If you mean like this content, no, I don't care. I don't care if if no one knows about this content. If you mean the other stuff like Elder Scrolls or Norse mythology or Cthulhu mythos, not really. I mean, I'll be the first to tell people that I'm not an SCP channel. But at the same time, it's like I'm continuing to make those videos because they are popular and people enjoy it and I enjoy it, so it doesn't really matter. And I make other videos and people do watch other videos. I mean, a lot of my Cthulhu Mythos stuff is pretty popular. My Middle-earth stuff was popular for a while. I wish my Final Fantasy XIV stuff was popular, but we'll get there. I'm looking for the first player token is what I was looking for. Here, leader. Alright. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with Kate. Okay. In Eldritch, you can just spend an action to like purchase stuff from like the store, which is like this, but I think in this game you have to get a specific card or a specific event that says, hey, you can buy stuff, usually on like the general store. So like that's what these symbols mean. These symbols are basically like a hint of what the kind of event will likely bring you. So at the general store, you're likely get an event where you can trade money for a weapon of some kind. At the Curiosity Shop, you can trade money for some sort of artifact or whatever. So we want her to have an encounter with a clue. So we'll have her stay here in Northside. And probably I could have her just stay here at the train station. She doesn't have a whole lot of money to buy anything. She doesn't have any of this symbol, which are remnants. She could move here to remove the doom. But I think we'll stay. And I think she will... focus. You can spend an action to focus one skill, which means you just get a +1 to one skill of your choice. So now she has +1 to her will, and she can focus 3 times. Not making this a +3, but focusing 3 different skills once each. So that's fine. We'll try to make her a little bit more balanced. So that's... okay, so she didn't move, she focused, then she can gather resources to gain a buck. Not a very exciting turn. But alright, over to Michael McGlynn, the mobster. We have a monster on the board. A robed figure, some nasty-ass cultists. So... spaces are defined by these white outlines, so it's 1, 2, 3 spaces away. With a move action, you can move 2 spaces, so we can't make it there, except you can spend $1 in order to move an extra space, and you can do that twice. So, it's basically you're like renting a taxi. Alright, so we moved 3 spaces, we're next to this thing. Technically, we are engaged with it, because it will automatically sort of latch on to us as we approach it. And we are now going to attack it. It has 1 health. We are going to be rolling 8 dice. And on those 8 dice, we need at least 1, 5, or 6. The odds are with us. Alright, and there you go. We got 3 successes there. 2 5s and a 6. So this thing is obliterated. Dead. So after he defeats a monster as part of an attack action, he can recover 1 sanity or focus 1 skill of his choice. And his focus limit is 1, so he can only ever focus 1 skill. But I think we'll make it observation. Having only 1 observation's pretty rough. Alright, and that's his turn, so we're all done. Next is the monster phase. That's this monster is the only one on the board. So this will move towards the unstable space and engage whoever has the highest influence. If there's a tie there, which there won't be. But the influence, or the unstable space, we look at this card, it's whatever has that little symbol next to the name. So it's the graveyard in this case. The graveyard is right here. So he's just going to sit there until the unstable spot changes. Alright, that was the monster phase. What's up, Durden? Now we encounter phase. So starting with Kate, she has an encounter here in Northside at the train station. So we're just going to draw Northside and read the train station. An unseen assailant shoves into your back, propelling you onto the tracks. And we are going to roll a will check. So good thing I focused that. She'll be rolling 3 dice. She needs 1 5 or 1 6. And sure enough, she got a 6, so that's a success. If you pass, you calmly grab a stranger's outstretched hand and heave yourself to safety. You gain 1 ally. Okay? If we had failed, we would have taken 2 damage, which would have sucked, and we wouldn't get the ally, so all good. So I believe we just draw from the top. So we're just going to take this. This is our ally card. Gabriel Carrillo. He's a teacher. He lets us perform 1 additional action during our turn. That's pretty freaking good. That is very nice to have. All right. So that's that. This was not the special clue card that would give us a chance at a clue. And after reading it, it goes to the bottom of the deck. All right. Next, over in downtown, Michael McGlynn will be having an encounter at the Independence Square. As you approach each street light, it flickers and dies, leaving you to race through the dark to the next one with another will check. So 3 dice, 1 5 or 1 6 necessary. Sometimes, on rare occasions, you might need more than 1 success. And there we have a failure. I don't think you can do any. I don't think I can do anything about that. So, yep, failure. If I fail, you retreat through the closest doorway and wait out the dark. So I missed out on gaining a curio, which would have been nice. But, c'est la vie. Alright. So either way, no clues, which is a bummer. We'll have to mill around some more. And finally, the Mythos phase. Each investigator is going to draw 2 tokens from the Mythos Cup, which is this sack here, and resolve the effects. So we're going to have a headline, and then we're going to have a reckoning. So the headline, Purse Snatchers Pursued. New wave of crime in the streets. Cops have no leads. Street toughs linked to Irish mob. You suffer 2 damage unless you discard 1 item. So this is for Kate. 2 damages. Well, she's not really doing much. Oh, but there's no rest action, is there? So I'd have to find some other way to heal. I'm not big on the research notes, since I have no way to re-roll. Alright, I'll dump it. Okay. Then the Reckoning. So for Reckoning, which is this symbol right here, we basically go around and we look at everything in play to look for that symbol. And wherever it says that symbol, we do whatever it says. So on the board, there's nothing. On our characters, our items, anything like that, there's nothing. So then that just leaves the Codex here. So, Azathoth's Reckoning. For each cultist monster, place 1 Doom in its space. So, this is a cultist monster. Human cultist. So, we're going to add an extra Doom there. That's that. And that's it. That is the only Reckoning effect in play as far as I know. Alright, so that's Kate's 2 Mythos effects. These will stay out of the bag until it's all been drawn. Then Michael's, another headline, and we spawn a clue. So the headline: Concerned citizens congregate. Civic leaders praise volunteerism. No action on missing persons, murders. Test influence and resolve the effect based on your test results. Okay. Basically a chance to get an ally, or probably place some Doom. Michael's got 3 influence, so he'd have to roll really well to avoid the Doom. And sure enough, we got 1 success. So we gain an ally and we place a Doom. I can live with that. Michael's ally is Tetsuo Mori. After you defeat a monster as part of an attack action, you may research 1 clue. Well, that's just perfect, isn't it? Now, researching a clue does not mean gain a clue. Researching a clue is when you have a clue in your possession, you then research it in order to put it on the scenario sheet over here where they need to be. So it's a 2-step process. So that's all fine. Now we're going to spawn a clue, which I believe is taken from the bottom of the deck. I want to double check. Top card. Okay. Yeah, all right, that's fine. So next clue is going to be in the Merchant District. So take this, put it here, flip this, draw 2, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Don't do that, shuffle, shuffle. There you go. All right, done. And that's it. That's the end of the first round. Michael will now go first. And let's do it. So, obviously I'd like to kill this cultist as well. It's the only other monster on the board. But getting there is a little tricky. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. I'd have to spend all my money just to get there. Which could be worth it. Yeah, I suppose. Once he's there, he can start clearing some Doom off next turn if there's no other monsters. Alright, let's spend the money. That's what life's all about. And then we'll attack with our 8 dice. Wow, 1 success only. That's all we needed, but who doggy. Alright. So then I could recover a skill or focus a skill, or recover a sanity or focus a skill, but we're fine. I don't have any clues to research, so that's just the end of his turn. Kate. I have 3 actions now. I'm gonna move here. Let's try and remove this Doom. So we're gonna test lore. We just need 1 success. We got it. So goodbye, Doom. And then she has 1 action. Additionally, probably focus, I guess. Let's focus influence. Okay. What's that? That ally is really nice. I mean, that's good for anyone. That's crazy. All right. No monsters, so nothing to do with that. Encounter phase. Michael has an encounter in Rivertown. In the graveyard. As you listen to the rain fall among the crypts, you don't sense your attacker until his arm is already around your neck. Strength check. Well, you picked the wrong guy to fuck with. So we don't get to use our typewriter here because it's not an attack action, but we still get to roll 4 dice. Good chance of succeeding. We did. 1 success. If you pass, you fight the man off, snatching the beads from his neck before he retreats into the trees. Gain 1 remnant. Alright, so remnants aren't... I mean, yeah, they're useful for certain things. Some events you can, like, cash them in. Such as here at the river docks. You can trade... There's a chance you can trade remnants for money or weapons, so... He might eventually make his way over there. But other than that, that's basically it. Another one, we avoided 1 damage. Okay. Give me those clues. That's what we need. Alright, Kate, at the Arkham Advertiser. Wrong one. Minnie Klein, staff writer, asks you to help her out when she interviews a petty crook. He says a few of his pals went missing when they tried to rob an old man who lives in Kingsport. I need you to take notes and keep an eye on him. I can pay. He may become delayed to gain $4. So delayed means I don't get any actions next turn. It's not the end of the world. But at the same time, for $4, I could just... If all I wanted was money, next turn I could just spend my 3 actions. Oh no, I can only do it once though. Oh, you only get a single action. Oh, they made that better. You only get a single action, but I can perform an additional one. So I think really I would just go down to 2. That's doable. Let's do that. I don't know if I can... There you go. For $4. We're rolling in it now. Alrighty. And as we tick through these encounters, eventually we'll get to the clue-oriented one. So we just gotta stick around in these neighborhoods. Alright, then the Mythos phase, starting with Michael. He's got a Spreading Doom and a Gate Burst, so a lot of Doom's gonna be passed around. Let me just double check these little details. Discard the bottom card. Okay, and then the Gate Burst. Okay. Yeah, okay. So... Bottom card means we're putting a Doom in Hibbs Roadhouse. Which is here. Okay. Then we're taking this, the Merchant District, which is here, and we're putting 1 Doom in every space in that neighborhood. Okay. So remember, if there's ever 3 in one spot, with 3 in one space, which we're close on a few places, or if there's 5 total in a neighborhood, then we get an anomaly. So there's 4 here. It's getting a little iffy. Then we take this, we shuffle this, and this goes on the bottom of the deck. Alright, then Kate's Spread Doom and Spawn a Monster. So Doom is coming to the graveyard, which means that this is going to get an anomaly. Place an anomaly in that neighborhood. Okay, so I think we just sort of plop it down here. So we know there's going to be an anomaly here. And if you ever need to place Doom in a neighborhood that has an anomaly already, it goes on the scenario sheet instead. Which, if you get 3 or more Doom on the scenario sheet, something really bad happens. And we need to remove all the Doom from the neighborhood in order to remove the anomaly. Or there might be a way to do it otherwise. Alright, see ya, Zeb. All in all, not too good. Spawning a monster, we just draw the bottom one. It's an Abyssal Servant, a Night Gaunt. And it's going to be spawning at the street. Whoever has the most clues. It's a tie, doesn't matter, so we'll put it next to Michael so he can have fun with that. And that is it. Another round with Kate starting. All right. So she gets 2 actions. We're going to move her here. So she might be able to spend her money. And let's increase... Let me just see if I can increase will to +2. Oh, no, I don't think you can. No, you can't. All right, then probably lore, I suppose. All right. That's her turn. Michael. Yeah, if he doesn't... This thing's kind of tricky. It's got 4 HP. You roll with -1 strength, so we'll only get 7 dice. And if it hits us, it's going to do 1 damage and 2 sanity damage. I do not have much sanity to spare. So... It's lame because I want to do other things, but I think we have to just move to the street and just try our best. 7 dice. We need 4 successes. It's unlikely, I'll admit. Only 2 successes. Yeah, not much to say about that. Let me just see, because I don't remember the exact rules for attacking. No, okay. In the card game, if you attack and you don't kill it, it like hits you back, so. That's pretty much it. So then we have the monster phase, so this thing will hit us for 1 damage, 2 sanity damage. Not ideal. I can offload the physical damage to Tetsuo, because he has 4 health, but I can't put any sanity damage on him, or he'll just crumble like a sad child. Have I ever played a card game called Flux? There's a lot of variations, and one based on Lovecraftian horror called Cthulhu Flux. Yeah, Flux is well known in the board game world. As you said, there's like a kabillion variations. Sort of like Munchkin, I guess. I've never played it personally, just because it's like... It's just one of those kind of filler card game kind of... I don't even know how filler it is. It might take a long time, but... No, I've never played any Flux. I've never played any Munchkin either. I generally skew towards the heavier stuff. Generally, the heavier the board game, the more interested I'm likely to be. When I first started getting into board games, I bought everything. I played everything. It's like, if people say it's good, I'll get it. And then over time... I just sort of learned my own tastes of what I like and what I dislike. I like really social games. I don't like I don't like a lot of Euro games where you're just sitting there in silence, just everyone calculating. So the more social, the better, and the heavier, the better. So yeah, stuff like Twilight Imperium is fantastic. Battlestar Galactica, Cosmic Encounter. I mean, that's all my favorite shit. what was I doing? Right, I did the monster damage. Okay, so then the encounter phase. So Michael does not get an encounter because he is fighting a monster, so he's engaged, so to speak. But Kate has one at the Curiosity Shop. Ah, and we have the special clue one here. There are a number of items for sale today. You may buy any number of curio items from the display. If you buy something, the proprietor, Oliver Thomas, mentions the unusual clustering of stars he saw last night while he wraps up your purchase. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood. So we have to buy something in order to get the clue. It has to be a curio item, which most of these are. You can see they say magical curio, common curio. This is a weapon, so we can't buy that. Tattered cloak. Non-epic monsters ignore you while activating and do not engage you unless you attack or damage them. That's crazy good. Grotesque statue. After you perform a research action, you may suffer 1 horde of research 1 clue. So no matter what, when you do the research action, you can get a clue researched. Healing elixir. Wow. Heals you to full health and sanity. And the rabbit's foot. Once per round, you may reroll 1 die while resolving a test. Oh, man. Now I wish I wouldn't have thrown away the research notes. That would have been much better. It's still good, though, and I think for $7 we'll take the cloak and the rabbit's foot. Why not? Okay, I think we... I don't know if we... I think we do refresh this. Flux can take forever. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with a lot of older games like that, where it's just like, it just goes on and on because it just, they, you know. Board games have come a long ways. Despite what most people would think, I guess. The vast majority is still playing Monopoly and things. Yeah. Okay, so we get the clue. We have 1 clue in our possession. And she's got some nice items. She's got a good ally. Kate is doing all right. Michael... yeah, we'll get there. Unless he goes insane very soon. All right, so Kate's 2 mythos. Spread doom and a blank. Blanks are nice. So spreading doom... in the river docks. Great. So that's an anomaly in that neighborhood. Things are getting a little out of control here. Michael gets a blank and a blank. All right. That was good. Okay. That's another round done. Back to Michael. Michael is going to blow this thing away. You know, no question about it. It's got to happen. 7 dice. He only needs 2 successes. What could possibly go wrong? Sure enough. 3 successes. Dead. He gets a remnant out of that, so now he has 2. Okay. And then he has 1 other turn. He's got no money. He can only move 2 spaces, which means basically I have to go here. We're going to have to deal with this anomaly encounter and hope it doesn't screw me over. So that's that. Kate, on the other hand, I also have no money. I spent all my money. Oh, but no. Okay, yes. I can do 1 action to take $1. Then I can spend that $1 to move 3 spaces to here. Then the 3rd action, I can remove some doom. So 4 dice. 2 successes would be good. Or 0. I will take 0. Oh, I can re-roll if I want. Can only do it once per round. It's not really worth it. But we'll see. I don't know what the anomaly encounter is going to be like. Alright, no monsters on the board, so we're all good there. Encounter phase, we each get an anomaly encounter, starting with Michael. This is based on how much doom is in the neighborhood, I think. Let me double check. That's what I assume. Draw the top card of the anomaly day. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I did that wrong. I'm gonna shuffle this. You don't put those cards there, you put these symbols. That makes way more sense. Okay. So then you just draw this. Alright. And this is based on the 3 doom I have here, so this is the worst thing I could get. You stand in the ruin of your familiar city as the skies boil with chaos. Will -1. So only 2 dice here. Don't fail me, Tetsuo. Alright, 1 success. Perfect. If you pass, you still have a chance to return to your own time to prevent this future. You remove 2 doom from your space and gain 1 remnant. Very nice. That works for me. That works for me. Alright. Then Kate's. She's on 2 doom here. Still bad. There are slender figures dancing down the street, contorted into impossible poses and trailing colors. Somewhere, someone is playing the flute. Will -1, so 2 dice. I'm glad I kept the reroll, though. I might need it. I don't need it! Haha! If you pass, you see the figures for what they truly are and banish them from your mind. You remove 2 doom from your space and gain 1 remnant. Well, damn, we kicked ass that turn. Alright, good. Then the Mythos phase, starting with Michael. We spawn a monster and we spawn a clue. So the monster we're spawning is an Eyeless Watcher, another Night Gaunt. Spawning on the unstable space, which is the river docks. Right here. Okay, and then we are spawning a clue, so that's the top card, the Merchant District, of course. We can't actually get clues until we clear the anomalies, so that's annoying. But we're taking these 2, shuffle. Good. Then... Alright, Durden. Have fun at work. Then we're gathering up all these little tokens, dropping them in the cup, shuffling it, and Kate spawns a clue and reads a headline. Clue is going into Rivertown. Which also has an anomaly on it, so we really need to deal with those. Probably no doom was spawned here. Could be a little bit more complicated. And the headline. Hycine pox paralyzes port. Disease outbreak traced to Kingsport, Massachusetts, presumed to originate on foreign shores. Authorities recommend avoiding seafood. Sailors. The water is safe. Add this card to the codex and discard all other rumor headlines. Each investigator's health is reduced by 1. And during a reckoning, anyone can just suffer 3 damage to discard it. Okay, so that means that... Kate is actually on 4 health. Okay. I don't... It's not that you take a damage. It's just your max health is reduced. So I don't think I actually want to... Because, like, Michael wouldn't go down to 6. His max is just 7 now. So I don't want to get confused. So for right now, I'll just try and keep it in mind. Okay, that's the end of another round. Kate is our leader. And there is a Night Gaunt in my face with 3 health. So he's a watcher. You can he doesn't fight you. Oh no, he does fight you. It's just you're not restricted while you're engaged with him. Normally, if you're fighting a monster, like it's latched onto you, all you can do are focus, attack, or evade. But with this thing, I could still like clear out the doom if I wanted. Well, no, he doesn't even do physical damage. He just does sanity damage. So he's not really fighting you. He is literally just watching you and draining your sanity. I think that's... but then, no, I wouldn't have an encounter. That's the problem. All right, I'm just going to move here. I'm going to take a buck. And I'm going to try and clear this doom. And I did. All right. That's fine. Michael McGlenn. Yeah, eventually I'll have to deal with that thing, but I really want to clear out all this doom, so let's just roll our 2 dice. Didn't get it. So that was, that's great. Then I guess I'll move here. Just to do something. Hold on, let me get my music back. There we go. All right. That was Michael's exceedingly lame turn. Monster phase, this thing will be engaging the person with the lowest influence, which is actually a tie. I assume ties are broken by distance. Doesn't really say, does it? I would assume the tie is distance. Yeah, just because, like, it wouldn't make really much sense. This thing only has 2 movement speed, so he couldn't make it to Michael this turn, but he can make it here. And I'm going to suffer 1 sanity. Okay. Oh, but I have the tattered cloak. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. So they ignore me while activating. So as far as they're concerned, I don't exist, which means he'll go there. And they don't even engage unless I attack or damage them. So, man, that's so good. They basically don't exist. It's epic. Alright. So that's fine. That's fine. Then encounter phase. So we're going to have an anomaly encounter for Kate with no doom. You find yourself in an alternate timeline where Arkham seems so filled with joy that you think you might stay. 3 will. That wasn't a roll. That was... Ignore that. Okay, that's a roll, but we're gonna rabbit's foot. Damn it! Sucks. I suffer 2 horror. That's painful. Okay. Then Michael has an anomaly encounter with 1 doom. You find yourself in the future, an older you, now ancient and dying. Alright, 3 will. Sounds fun. Sounds like a gag of laughs. With 1 success. If you pass, you realize this means you will survive your current troubles. You remove 1 doom from your space. Perfect. Alrighty. Then Mythos phase. Kate gets a Reckoning and a blank. So for Reckoning, I think it's just the cultist monster, of which there's none, because this is not a cultist. And then there's, you can take 3 damage to get rid of this. That 3 damage is a lot. I mean, even for Michael, that's a significant blow. I don't think it's really worth it. So we'll let it sit. Michael gets to spread doom and spawn a monster. Alright, doom is spreading to Hibbs Roadhouse. And the monster is the High Priest. Spawns at the most doom. There's a tie, so I think that's my choice of where to put this. Let's dump him here. And all he will do is just sit there and pump out doom every turn until killed. So that's a problem. And after you kill him, you get a spell. How exciting. Alrighty, that's it. New round. Michael is leader. I really wish I had $1. Yeah, I really wish I had $1, but I don't. Because now I can't. Unless, hold on. Okay. No, there's nothing. I can't stop him. I can't stop him. I got nothing. I can get to his space if I take $1 first, but that will not prevent the doom, and the doom is going to cause the anomaly to pop out. So there's just nothing I can do about that. I'm gonna go over there anyways to try and kill him in order to prevent doom from being placed on the scenario sheet next turn, but that's about it. And then I think we'll take $1. Then I can test strength in order to get another $2. I did, so that's fine. We got money now. Okay, not exciting. Kate is gonna move here. She's gonna ward with 4 dice to try and remove this 2 doom, which could remove the anomaly if we're good. We are not good. I'll reroll 1 just to try and lessen the anomaly thing. Nope. All right. Then I'll take $1. Okay. So monster, doom gets pumped out here, which puts an anomaly here. Fun, fun, fun in the sun. A lot of anomalies. We're really not close to resolving this nonsense, but it's tricky, man. The 3 clues thing is not based on however many players you have. It's just 3 clues. Okay, yeah, and then this thing. So he's moving towards 1, 2. Okay. Then encounter phase, both of them. So Michael's anomaly with 0. What train? Where did this come from? Where the hell did that come from? Did I never... Was I spreading doom? Maybe I was spreading doom and I never did it? I'll assume? Or maybe I put... No. Alright, I'll do it just because I don't remember. Alright. Okay. The melody is as far beyond Strauss as Strauss is beyond a 16th century madrigal. What? What are we talking about? And I failed. Shit. Suffer 2 horror. Shit. So I would go insane, but basically I'm gonna have to dump. I'm gonna have to make Tetsuo go insane. But either way, I'm not in good position. I'm not in a good position. This is bad. Michael's 4 sanity is such a low number. All right, Kate. To doom. Your vision blurs, buildings fall, cities quake and burn. You clutch your head and refocus. It's all will all day. Rabbit's foot. Yeah. If you pass, it all vanishes like evaporating dew. You remove 1 doom from your space. All right. Something, I guess. Okay, and then Mythos, starting with Michael. Spawn a monster and Kate burst. This is getting out of hand. Alright, monster respawn is a hooded stalker, spawning at the most doom, which is right here. Okay. That's fine. That's livable. Gate burst, however... again, I have to check. Top card, alright. North side is bursting. So 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Luckily, nothing terrible happens because of that right now, but obviously not good. Alright. Then Kate's Mythos. We got a blank and a headline. Planetary convergence nigh. Mars, Venus, outer planets align with Earth. Rare event occurs only every 500 years. Observers invited to Boston Observatory. Draw and resolve 2 additional tokens from the Mythos Cup. One of these is a blank, and one is a clue, so that's alright. Right, so downtown gets a clue. For whatever good that does us. Alright. All in all, not the worst. It's looking pretty bad, though. Okay, Kate, get us out of this situation. First, we'll ward. Try and get rid of this last doom. We did. Good. Good. So that removes the anomaly, which is good. Then I'll move here. And I'll take $1. Oh boy. Or I could research. Again, we might as well research. So, researching is observation. We've got 4 dice here. Chances are we're going to get this 1 clue onto the board. Alright. So, we're on the map. We're on the board. We're on the sheet. Alright. Then, Michael. I don't know what to do with Michael. He can't get away from this thing. Going to the Arkham Asylum would be great because you can trade money for sanity, just like in real life. But he can't do that and avoid the Eyeless Watcher. And the Eyeless Watcher is going to go first. The Eyeless Watcher will touch him, make him go insane. It's not good. So, and I can't go here to mess with this, because again, that's within the Eyeless Watcher's range. Honestly, my only chance of survival at this point is to just bum rush this thing and just kill it. And that's basically spending the whole turn just to do that. But yeah, that's really my only hope right now. So it's 8 dice. And we need 3 successes. And if I fail, then Michael's done. He's done for. And luckily he did not fail. 3 successes. Alrighty. And we get a remnant out of that. He's really stacking them up. And that's that. Okay. So, monster phase. This guy will actually engage. And we'll do 1 physical damage to him, which is livable. This guy, however, will be dumping out a Doom, which is going to go straight onto the sheet. Not great, but what you gonna do? Alright, Michael doesn't get an encounter. Kate has an encounter in the Merchant District. Nice. The Uninvited Isle. You study the standing stones on the island, but when you glance across the river, Arkham is gone. You gain 1 clue from your neighborhood. Days and nights pass in eye blinks as you watch the city grow. With a will check. So we get the clue no matter what, which is the best. Then we're rolling 3 dice. With a success, 2 of them. Nice. If you pass, you dig up something you watched buried years ago. You gain 1 curio item. So, let me double check this. I don't know if you get to pick one or you draw until you get a curio. No. Take my no. I don't know where it would say that. Oh. Reveal cards from top of deck until you reveal a card with the indicated trait. Alright, so we draw until we get a curio, which won't take long. Not a 45 automatic, not painkillers. That's some real Max Payne shit going on. Find clothes, worth $4. Once per round, you may pay half price while buying an item. That's really not that stellar. But we're wearing fine clothes now. Okay. Bottom line is we got the clue, and that's what we care about. Oh, you know what that one that I didn't know what I was doing with, that was probably... Alright, never mind. Okay, Mythos phase. Starting with Kate. A blank and a clue. Clue's going downtown. Of course. Everybody loves downtown. Alright. Michael gets a blank and a Kate burst. Wonderful. In downtown. Wow. We're fucked. So that means 3 Doom is going downtown, which means 3 Doom is going onto the scenario sheet, which I think means, like, I don't know if it's end of the game, but it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Alright, strange things are happening all over Arkham. People from the distant past walk down the streets, wondering at the unusual buildings. Events happen out of order. The dates on editions of the Arkham Advertiser seem to be chosen at random. Robed figures dart in and out of the shadows, and to your dismay, you think that you are being followed. Reveal cards from the bottom of the monster deck until you reveal a cultist monster. Spawn it in the street space nearest the leader and put the rest on the top of the deck in a random order. Add card 5 to the codex. Okay, so there's the cultist. This is going nearest the leader, so that's going here. Then we're taking card 5 from the Codex, which is this, and this gets thrown to the side. Time unstuck. Through all the odd occurrences, a sense of rising dread fills the air. The people, the ones from the proper time, scurry from door to door, unwilling to be out under the gunmetal sky. Window shades are drawn and businesses close early. As fluid as time is, you seem to be running out of it. Okay, so it's basically the same thing, but now the next number is 7 or more doom. In which case, it gets even worse. Still, we only need 3 or more clues, so I think, I think it's possible. That gate burst really sucked ass. Alright. Michael's the leader. So, all he can do since he's engaged is focus, attack, or evade. Evade. So you test observation. He would have you do it at -1. So really, I'd be rolling 1 die. If I got a success, I would exhaust this monster and I'd be able to do another action, which means I could move and then shoot this thing and just end that. Yeah, I guess I might as well. I don't think it really hurts if I fail, so... Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Fuck you! Alright, fine. Then I'll just pump this guy full of lead. 8 dice. Eat my ass. Wow, that's a lot of ones. But we got a success, that's all we needed. So he's dead. And in the streets I sit while this guy will produce another doom. There's still another clue here. Kinda don't want to leave, but at the same time... She's really useless in a fight. I mean, she'd be rolling 1 die. She couldn't even kill him in 1 turn, so it's just not good. If I had taken... Yeah, if I had bought a rifle or something, sure. As it stands... I don't think I want to do anything. I think I want to sit on my ass. No, that's not true. It's kind of true. No, it's not true. It's kind of true. Nah, yes. 1, 2, yes. Alright. I can't, they won't engage me, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. They will ignore me completely. So I can just go there. No one cares. I spend $1 to get there. Then I can try and ward. So we'll try and remove this doom here. I removed 2 of it. I'm gonna try and re-roll for the 3rd. Oh, that's money right there. That's beautiful. So remove that. Kate. Which removes the anomaly, so now it's just open season on 3 clues sitting there. And I can even take $1. That was a good turn. And he won't be able to put Doom on the sheet, so it's as good as killing him. Not quite, but it's close. Alright, good. Yes, this is good. Monster phase. This guy's gonna produce a doom, which goes right here, which is fine. It's fine. That doesn't affect me. The hooded stalker is gonna move here, because remember, I don't exist. Michael takes another damage. It's fine. And now Kate has an encounter in downtown. Perfect. A group of musicians play flutes and horns while dancing around a robed figure who sits on a throne. You may spend $1 to toss a few coins into their hat. If you do, the robed figure offers you a gift, and you see that he has no face under his hood. You gain 1 curio item and 1 clue from your neighborhood. Well, that's pretty good for $1. So yes, I think I will do that. I get a curio, magnifying glass, +1 observation when researching, perfect. And I get a clue, which means next turn we'll be able to advance. Most likely. Oh, I forgot about the flux stabilizer. That's good to remember. So this doom doesn't even get placed. Fuck you, man! Perfect. It's all coming together now. Except for Michael's sanity, that's not coming together. Okay. Mythos phase, starting with Michael. We've got a monster spawn and a monster spawn. Well, at least it's simple. We've got double occult ritualist spawns at the street nearest the leader. Well, that would be right on top of him. Perfect. And all they do is place doom on adjacent spaces with their 1 health. They do, however, do sanity damage. So that's not good. That's not going to be good for anyone. Kate might actually have to help out there. Alright. Then Kate spreads doom and a blank. Doom will be spread to the TikTok Club. TikTok Club. Fine. Alright, good. Good. Okay, first Kate will research. So she's gonna get 5 dice here. She only needs 2 successes. She got 2 successes, so these clues are going here. Beautiful. So we're gonna be adding card 4 to the codex. Which is this. Parts of the mystery become clear. The note from yourself, the sense of deja vu. They're all because time is becoming unstuck. Effect may not be following cause properly right now, but you're certain that this phenomenon is the result of an arcane ritual performed by the cult you've been tracking in the city. You'll have to find the site of the ritual, as well as the epicenter of the temporal disturbance, if you're to have any hope of setting things to right. Armed with your new knowledge, you set out again into the city and try to ignore it when flowers fold into buds and raindrops fly upward to the sky. Take 5 markers, 1 blue, 1 red, and 3 white, randomize them face down, place 1 each face down on the Arkham Advertiser, the Black Cave, Independence Square, the Unvisited Isle, and Velma's Diner. Then flip this card. Alrighty. Markers. Where... Oh, here are some markers. These are not... Okay, we've got the blues. There's a green, a red. Well, we can duplicate them if we need be. Okay, 1 blue, 1 red, 3 white. That's fine. 1 blue, 1 red, 3 white. Flip them. I don't think I can really... I need a sack. You have an empty sack? Components, sacks. Where are the sacks? Or just a bowl. No, that's not it. Forget that. That's not what I wanted. There should just be a fucking sack. Custom? No. Bag. There we go. Thank you. All right. So we put these in here. See. And then you shuffle the bag, so to speak. And now, Arkham Advertiser, which is here. The Black Cave, which is here. Independence Square, here. Right where Kate is, thank goodness. Unvisited Isle, here. And Velma's Diner, here. Okay. Isn't that fun? Profane ritual. You're not certain what the cult ritual's intended effect was, but it's clearly linked to the odd flow of time in and around Arkham. You'll have to discover the ritual site to learn more. Action. Reveal a marker at your location. Resolve the effect below based on its color. Okay, so white does nothing. Blue adds card 6 to the codex. When you reveal a red marker, if the barrier is destroyed, adds card 7. Otherwise, add that card to the codex. Oh, face up or face down. Okay, so we're basically... from the sound of it, I think we want to find the blue one first, but you never know. Okay. With all that in mind, that was my... first action. Right? She's leader. First action. So, if I want to help out Michael, which I kind of do, I guess I have to haul ass. Yeah, alright. I'll move here, second action, third action, I'm gonna fight this guy. So I'm rolling 2 dice, I need 1 success. I got it, thank goodness. Okay. Then that's done. It's Michael's turn. He's going to open fire on the same other guy. Yeah, I think he's blown away. That's like 6 successes. So he's done. I can't attack this guy. Focusing is useless, so I might as well try and evade with 1 die and just see what happens. No, okay. Alright, monster phase. This dude's dumping a doom. This guy's gonna be attacking Michael, because I don't exist. Kate doesn't exist, so that's another damage. And that's that. Encounter phase. Michael's engaged, so he doesn't get one. Kate gets a street encounter, which are all pretty lame. What sort of is this? Is a bridge. From the top of the bridge, you watch a few young children splash in the water below. At first, you carefully watch for shadows in the water around them, but your tension gradually melts away as you watch the innocent play below you and listen to the sound of their happy laughter. You or an ally recover 1 sanity. Fantastic. Wow, that was good. I'm shocked. Alright, then Mythos phase, starting with Kate. We've got Reckoning and a headline. Reckoning, I think, is going to be just... oh, this one. Okay, so it's an extra doom there, which sucks, and then a doom there. And that's it. Okay. Then the headline... North Side Vigilante apprehended. Local factory worker unmasked. 3 deaths now linked to the same man. I did what I had to do. Choose one. Suffer 2 damage and 2 horror, or become cursed. Well, flap me silly. That sucks. This is Kate we're talking about. Cursed is shit ass. Oh, man. So when you're cursed, only 6s count as successes. It used to be a lot worse. It used to be like you had to become blessed or something to get rid of it. Now you can get rid of it once you pass a test. So it's not as terrible. I think we'll take it, because we can, with 3 actions, I can probably find something to do just to get rid of it. So we'll live with that. All right, then Michael, we get a clue and a headline. Clue is going into Rivertown. Plenty going on in Rivertown. And another headline. All roads lead to Arkham. Celebration of Arkham's history, culture, tourist. I just can't seem to leave. Miskatonic Museum special exhibit. Test observation. Great. Okay. That's not terrible. Oh, I get 2. Yeah. Okay. For 0 successes, which means that we disengage from this cultist and move to the unstable spot, which is the TikTok club. Alright, well, it's near this marker, which I guess is what we're looking for, so it's fine. Okay. That's all done. How long have we been playing here? An hour and a half. Holy shit. Time has flown by. It's already 8:30. Alright. But I want to see how this plays out. I'm doing all right. Okay. Michael is the leader. Michael's going to move here and spend an action to flip this. It's a white one, so it's nothing. Fine. Kate, move here. Spend an action to flip this. It's a white one. Shit. Then I'm gonna ward in order to remove some doom. Now I need a 6 in order to get rid of it. I did not. I'll spend the rabbit's foot. 5. Not good enough. She can use the flux stabilizer though to prevent the doom here. So she'll do that. This guy, 1, 2. Go. Encounter. They both get an encounter. Michael in the merchant districts at the unvisited isle. The object someone left behind on the assaulter is bathed in a sickly green light. Roll lore. 2 dice. Michael McGlenn, the mobster. Turns out he's not a lore expert. But he succeeded. If you pass, you carefully remove the wards and claim your prize. Gain 1 curio. Not a baseball bat. An encyclopedia. Brilliant. I think that's just a normal encyclopedia that he found and thought was some sort of mystical item. Alright, as an action, you can choose an investigator in my space to roll 2 additional dice during their next test. And he can also use that on himself. I like that they put that extra text there to say you are an investigator in your space, because in olden times, that would be something you'd have to like look up in the rule book somewhere to be like, yeah, if it says you can do it on your, you know, yeah. So, good for them. All right, so that was not bad. I mean, the encyclopedia is not great, but we avoided becoming tainted. And Daddy always told me to avoid becoming tainted in life. All right, Kate has an encounter in the downtown district at the Independence Square. A flea market has sprung up. All right, filling the square with happy voices and colorful wares. You browse the stalls in something of a daze, hoping to take your mind off the terrible things you have seen. You may buy any number of common items from the display. Now, I only have $1, but I can pay half price for something. But it rounds up, so I cannot afford the revolver, which would have been really nice. Or even the healing elixir would be good, but I can't afford shit. If only I could afford this baseball bat. Yeah, that's actually not bad, but no, I don't get shit. Alright, well that wasn't particularly eventful. Michael's Mythos, a headline and a clue. It's curtains for Arkham. Longest running Arkham Playhouse closes. Final play, The King in Yellow, Boffo. Mysterious goings on at theater. You suffer 3 horror unless you place 2 doom in your space. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna suffer 3 horror. So, here's a couple doom. Enjoy it. Alright, and a clue gets spawned in north side. It's fine. It's funny though, I was gonna do the stream of Little Hope, but I was like, I don't want to spend 2 hours streaming tonight. I'm busy, I'm tired. And here we are. Alright, Kate. Headline Reckoning. Okay. Curfew established. Sheriff Engel calls curfew routine. 3 missing persons in affected neighborhoods. Authorities insist nothing wrong. Except for 1 damage for each monster in my neighborhood. Fine. The Reckoning... Yeah, that sucks. I already did the Flux Stabilizer this turn. This round. So I actually cannot prevent this doom. Which means that an anomaly breaks out. Perfect. Which means an anomaly is going to break out here. Perfect. Is what it is. Is what it is. Okay. Moving on, back to Kate as leader. Guess I'll try to ward. I'm not gonna get 4, or I'm not gonna get 3, because I'm cursed. I got 2 actually, and I removed my curse, so that's pretty good. Live with that. Let's spend my $1 in order to get here and flip this. All right, it's the last white one, so now we know. Michael, I'm just gonna have move here and flip this. All right, I don't think I wanted the red one first. So card 7. Here. A swirling storm flickers in the sky, twisting first one way and then the other as time reverses course over and over again. This must be the epicenter of the temporal disturbances. As you approach, the air grows thicker and thicker until it is as hard and unyielding as glass. An unseen force forbids you from the epicenter of the disturbance, and none of your usual counter magics or tricks erode it 1 iota. You'll have to find some other way past. The space with the red marker is the epicenter. For the time being, a magical barrier prevents you from entering the area. We have to move 1 space away. Cannot move to the epicenter until the barrier is destroyed. Alright. Then I guess I'll go... here. Sure. No, I don't... I'll go here. I don't want an anomaly counter. Not with Michael. His sanity is on the fringes, man. Alright, so monster, this guy will move here. He's chasing me across the world. The High Priest, he's putting a doom here, so that's at 5 out of 7, which is iffy. Counter phase, Kate in north side at the advertiser. Minnie Klein offers to introduce you to one of her informants, but only if you can convince her that you're a valuable resource as well. You may give her 1 remnant to prove to her that you're a reliable contact. If you do, she arranges a meeting with a sympathetic police deputy. Gain a trusted source. Okay, I do have a remnant, so we'll spend that. I gain a trusted source. I think we want to search this for trusted source. Once per round while resolving a test, if there are 1 or more clues in your neighborhood, you may reroll 1 die. Alright. Again, now I regret getting rid of that 1 thing at the start even more. But it's fine. Okay. That's that. so this goes back in here. Then Michael has a street encounter on a bridge. Abner Weems, the town drunk, is leaning over the edge of the bridge, and for a moment it seems he might jump. Alright, I don't know why I care, but let's try and make a friend. I made a friend. If you pass, Abner reveals that he was just fetching something he spotted on the edge of the bridge. You gain 1 common item. Alright. Grimm's Fairy Tales. Okay. An investigator or ally in your space recovers 1 sanity. Oh, as an action, I can do that every turn. That's really nice, actually. Dude, the streets are where the action's at. Okay. That was good. Mythos, then. Kate. We got a blank and Doom. Oh, wait, what? Why are there 3 stacked together like that? Let me look. Oh. That's not right, is it? No, those should have been separate. Whoops. I don't know when that happened, but okay. Yeah. So some Doom is gonna pop up downtown, of course. In Independence Square, but it doesn't matter. It's going on the sheet here. And then Michael spreading Doom some more, and a gate burst. Alright, this could just end the fucking game, so. First, spread Doom to north side. The train station specifically, so that's an anomaly. Great. Anomalies across Arkham. And then we got a gate burst in the Merchant District. Which means that 3 Doom is being added to this thing, which puts it at a nice tidy 9. Okay, add card 8 and 9 to the codex. A terrible crashing sound pulls your attention toward the sky. A massive rift floats over Arkham. A menacing aura permeates the atmosphere, and a visible bubble of distortion envelops the city. Add 1 Doom token and 1 Gate Burst token to the Mythos Cup. Reveal all face-down markers. Remove all but the red one. Okay. Oh, alright. Azathoth awakens! A gateway to the center of chaos looms over Arkham. The Demon Sultan, a being of supreme power, threatens to consume not only Arkham, but the entire world. Azathoth cannot be defeated by human hands, but perhaps there is another way. Okay, the future. Okay, so we can... So unlike 2nd edition, where you just would... Well, actually, 2nd edition, when Azathoth pops up, the game's over. Here we have a chance. So if we go to the future by going to the red space and making a move... we can do lore -2 for a ritual. Moving 1 clue from the scenario sheet onto here. And we need 5 clues on this card in order to win. And every turn you're on this space, you suffer 2 horror. Wow. I think that's basically the game at that point. I think we've basically lost, because we're not even close. We've got anomalies everywhere, so we can't even get clues until we clear it all up. We need 2 more clues, and then we got to do this future business with... And I couldn't send Michael there. It'd have to be Kate. And even then... You do it 1 at a time. It would take her 5 rounds to do it. 2 characters is kind of tough. Hold on, what does BGG recommend for this game? Best with 3. Okay, I could see that. I mean, it's recommended solo or 2 players or 3 players. I don't know what the recommendation for solo play is. As far as, like, how many characters you should control or any sort of, like, house rules. Or, you know, it doesn't really matter. I wasn't planning on winning. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Most solo players prefer 2 to 3 investigators. Oh yeah, with 3 maybe it would have been all right. Yeah. Okay. We'll end it there then. We'll, you know, I was not successful. It went way longer than I thought it would. I did all right. I did all right. I'm surprised. I really thought Michael was done like 45 minutes ago, but he clung on to witness Azathoth coming into the world. I mean, Arkham Horror was always a game where I didn't care if I won or lost. You know, for me, like a fan of Lovecraft and stuff, it felt right when the world was just destroyed, or, you know, when utter catastrophe occurred. It didn't feel right when we actually just kicked Cthulhu's ass. So I'm perfectly fine losing a game of Arkham Horror. I do think 3rd edition is a big improvement. Whether it's better than Eldritch Horror is kind of hard to say. I think I'd have to play this one more to really decide. You know, I do like the sort of globe-spanning efforts in Eldritch Horror. I mean, it feels really epic. But yeah, I mean, this is just... It's sort of the same, just kind of wackiness in either game. Yeah, I do like it. I still, of course, the card game is the best, and I think what I would like to do at some point is actually just a whole series where I play through the card game, like solo, or at least like the first campaign. That could be really interesting. But I don't know. I don't know if anyone's really interested in board game content on this channel. So, all right, we'll leave it at that. It was a good attempt. Let's flip it. There you go. Just like you wish you could do in real life. Alrighty, well, thank you for those that did tune in, watched me fail at Arkham Horror. At some point we'll get to Little Hope. It probably should have been tonight, but I didn't think this would go that long. Almost 2 hours. My name is Mangg. This has been Mangg's Variety Stream with Arkham Horror 3rd Edition on Tabletop Simulator. See you fine folks next week.